Hi everyone, this is question number 3 of June 2020 paper 2. The part A says that expand 1 plus px to the power minus 5 in ascending powers of x up to and including the term x to the power 4. Give each term in its simplest form. So for part A, we have been given an expression 1 plus pax to the power minus 5, and it is in this form of a plus bx to the power d, where a is equals to 1. So we don't have to do anything further. We can just directly expand the expression. For expanding our expression in the form of a plus bx to the power d, where a is 1, we have to expand it in this format. So it will be 1 plus d multiplied by bx plus d multiplied by d minus 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by bx square plus d multiplied by d minus 1 multiplied by d minus 2 divided by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 bx cubed plus d multiplied by d minus 1 multiplied by d minus 2 multiplied by d. I think I should write it in the next line. It will be better. So plus d multiplied by d minus 1 multiplied by d minus 2 multiplied by d minus 3 divided by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, or you can just write 4 factorial. It will be fine. Multiplied by bx to the power 4 for the brackets. And for the expression that was given to us, so 1 plus bx to the power minus 5 will be where a is 1, b is p, and d is minus 5. So it would be 1 plus bracket minus 5, b is p, so px plus d is minus 5 multiplied by minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 1, b is p x to the power 2 plus d is minus 5 multiplied by minus 5 minus 1 multiplied by minus 5 minus 2 divided by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 is b x to the power 3 plus minus 5 multiplied by minus 5 minus 1 multiplied by minus 5 minus 2 multiplied by minus 5 minus 3 divided by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by bx to the power 4 and bracket close. So this would be 1 plus bx to the power minus 5. 1 would be 1 minus 5bx minus 5bx, and this would come out to be plus 15p square x squared. If you do this, if you just place this in your calculator, then you will get it. So plus 15p square x squared plus 15p square x squared plus minus 35 p cube x cube p cube x cube, and this is if you multiply minus 5 multiplied by minus 6 multiplied by minus 7 divided by 6 p x cube, then you will get minus 35 p cube x cube, and plus 70 p to the power 4 x to the power 4. This is the expansion for part A. For part B, the coefficient of x r in the expansion is CR. So given that C to the C4 is equals to 2C3, so C4 is a coefficient So I can write this, that if xr has a coefficient of CR, then C4 will be the coefficient of X4, right? C4 has a coefficient of C4, and C3 is the coefficient of X3, because R and R is same. So if C3 will be the coefficient of X3, so C3 has a coefficient of X3. So what is a coefficient? So coefficient is a constant that is multiplied with the variable. So C3 is the coefficient that is multiplied with the variable, which is the x to the power 3. It's the constant. The constant is the coefficient which is actually multiplied with the variable. So in the expansion that we did for part A, the coefficient of x to the power 3 is from the expansion of A. The coefficient of x to the power 3 is minus 35 pq, and the coefficient of x to the power 4 is 70 p4. This 70 p4, and they have given us that C4 is equals to 2C3. C4 is equals to 2C3. So the C4 is the coefficient of x to the power, C4 is a coefficient of x to the power 4. So C4 in our question is actually 70 P4 equals to 2 multiplied by C3. C3 is equals to minus 35 P3. So if you do this, it's 70 P4 equals to minus 70 PQ. And if I bring this to this side, this will be 70 P cube equals to 0. Sorry, 70 P cube will be equals to 0. So 70 P, if I take 70 P cube common, then that would be 70 P cube, and P plus 1 will be this. So we'll have two expressions now. So 70 P cube will be equals to 0. This is one expression. And P plus 1 will be equals to 0. This is the other one. So here, P would be equals to 0, because anything multiplied or divided by 0 would be 0. So P would be 0. And here P would be minus 1. But the question said that P will not be equals to 0. So P will not be equals to 0. So P would be equals to minus 1. This is the answer. And that's it for this question. Thank you.